Welcome to George Coll Fine Art. Here, the viewer is encouraged to get outside and paint from life. George's job is to provide the tools to solve the many technical challenges faced in rendering landscape paintings. View the library of landscape paintings offered and become a subscriber. You can also purchase tutorial videos, plus original tutorial and studio paintings. Thank you. And if you like what you see, click the subscribe button and join in on the fun.
Hey, welcome to part 3 of Yellow House, and we finished the painting. So today was detail day. We spent a lot of time on that yellow house. Worked on foreground, trees, other things in the last 10 minutes, but I think I spent 20 minutes on that house or the surroundings of it to emphasize it. So I'm really pleased the way it came out. Great little painting, so I think it's going to be a little jewel for somebody. Okay, so this was part 3, detail. So we used a lot of small brushes, and let's get into the painting and finish it. All right, bye-bye. Hey, welcome to part 3 of Yellow House. So we're going to finish this painting this time. And off camera, what I did was to really work up in these mountains. I needed more contrast between my darks and lights, and I kind of changed it from more greeny blue to more blue-gray. So I think that worked out pretty good. And my stripes I made darker and lighter greens. Okay, so here you go. So we've got the yellow house to do. That's the big challenge today. And if you look at my brushes from the overhead, you can see that I've got some really small brushes here off to the right. But more importantly, I have this almost brand new number 2 flat. And it's got a really, really sharp edge. And so that's what I'm going to be working on here in the video today. Okay, so that's going to be important, and I think I need to finish off these bushes in the foreground. If I have time, I'll work on that big tree on the left with time permitting. Oh, okay, that's a mouthful. I got to take a breath here, take a sip of my coffee, and admire this thing. It's really looking good. So let's get started. And I know this is detail, but don't get hung up on it, don't go crazy on it. A lot of people just spend hours on this, and they lose the basic value foundation that it needs to be built on. So, let's get these brushes off of here, and start with Yellow House, okay? So, I've got these like lemon yellows, and take a look here at what we need to do. So we have a nice yellow here, and then we have kind of a greeny yellow. So let's go over to another yellow, add a little green to it. Let's go Viridian. Too much. Back to yellow. Back to yellow. A little bit of white. And I'm going to just a touch of light gray. Touch of light gray, and I think we have some good stuff going on here. So my light gray is called Misty Blue. It's by HOC, and it's the one with Japanese, lettering on it. Good stuff. Okay, so I want to get some outline and get the drawing down on this thing. So I'm going to get that really sharp number 2 flat. I need a drawing color. So let me get a little bit of transparent oxide red, some gray. Transparent oxide red, light gray, dark gray, white. I need to get some blue in there. I need some good dark in there. And I'm going to make my dark even darker with some transparent oxide red. I'm going to add some Rot Gut Viridian Green. That's my student grade. I call Rot Gut by Winton. Good stuff. Let's start with that. Because there's a shed in front of the yellow cabin, I'm going to get over there, and sorry for being in front here, but I have to do that. And this needs to go this way. And this way. And I need a little bit of dark here. And I need some dark here. Oh, I should have brought this out a little bit farther. This edge, I'm already in trouble. What's going on with me? Okay, we're going to do a light gray on the side of that building. And let's go with some light gray. And we'll move this over just a bit. And get that color in there. Okay, I think it kind of goes kind of on an angle here, and I'll get that green underneath it. I think we need some more dark shadow, even underneath over here. We need some good darks for windows. And I think the porch has a nice dark on it right here. And we need a window in here. And then we need some, there's actually, like in the 1920s, they had these beveled roofs that went off one side. So we kind of have shingles that come down here, pretty much with the gray that we have. We just mixed, and I'm going to put that in right here, or maybe even lower. Okay, I think we're still doing okay. Then we have some dark shadows underneath the eaves here. And over in here somewhere. Then we need some lighter gray on some roof area on the porch. And I'm going to put that in here. It's got to be lighter, lighter, and more light. More light. Here we go. And here, and here. I think we need some lights on the top of this roof. And let me get around the easel so I can get an angle on that other important one right here. See if I can see what I'm doing. By looking around here, it's really tight. I'm doing this so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I think that worked. Now I'm going to go back, see if the angle's right. I think it's working. Probably need a little bit more yellow on that side. Okay, there's a darker yellow and a lighter yellow. So I'm going to go with the darker yellow first. And I'm going to be working in, there's an angle here that goes in here. It's a little too dark. I'll lighten it up. Kind of holding my breath, that's why I'm not talking. I hope you can see around me. And I apologize in advance for getting my shoulder in the camera. Oop, I kind of desecrated my window there a little bit. And I think we need some darker yellow over in here. I don't know what that back shed is, but I like having it in there. Just kind of doesn't give all the glory to the cabin. And I think it even goes darker in one side. Really dark over it, right in here. See if I can get that by getting it really dark right in here. Got some background color back there. And it's got a kind of a gray, light gray top to it. And let me get that. And it's got some other trim in places. And I'll get that here, and I'll get that here, and I'll get that here. But I need some darker gray. Darker gray. It's not working, I need lighter gray. It's just not showing up. I need the value more than the color. That is more important. Whew, my goodness, okay. Now there is some background color. I forgot how we mix that. I'm going to make some lighter green stuff here. See if I'm in the neighborhood for that background color. Yes, I know I'm not finished with the building, but that looks pretty close to what we're doing. And I'll get some of that in here. Need more green. I get it, then I turn the brush over and I lose it. Okay. And we need some dark that comes across. And we need some lighter green in front. Jeez. Demanding little thing, isn't it? Lighter green. And I will get this stuff going right in here. Get some yellow in this green. Some yellow. It's not working. I'm going to zap it in here with a knife. Tired of messing with it. There you go. That's saying something. And here. There we go. I'm going to just put a touch of gray on the very bottom. There we go. Just a little bit of dark. See that knife work just looks real good. All right. I lost my paper towel. I got to go back. And let's get some bright yellow now. So we need bright yellow here. And we'll put some bright yellow over to here. Oh, we need a white, don't we? Coming down. Bright white. See if I can get it with this nice sharp brush. Let's get the white right in here. And let's go back to yellow on this side. Boy, this takes some concentration. My dad was a drinker and he would shake all the time in the morning. And I'm so glad I don't have that, particularly when I was thinking of Dad when I put that stroke down. I'm glad I don't have those shakes. All right, so what are we going to do over here? I'm going to bring the dark over a little farther here for the porch. And then there's some white or something in there. I'll put gray. I'll put gray in here. That'll what? Just want to delineate the differences. And I think I need a good bright underneath, or for the eave there. It's a bright white right in here. Okay, I'm going to get back, take a look. Oh, it's showing up. I like that light yellow. Woo, woo, woo. I need more blue in that upper roof. I determined that by... So I'm going to get some of that sky color because I have some handy and see if that does the trick. Kind of reflects the sky, I think, a little bit more. So let's do that. We'll do that here and we'll do it here. And here. These little differences make their statement very well. There's some really bright whites around here in a few places that need to be stated, and I'm going to put one here and there, and let's get one down here. That was a little sloppy, but it worked. Okay, now we have to work around the subject matter. See, there's some stuff coming through here that has to go, this has to go, and maybe we have to get that light all the way over to the house. Here we go. Need some yellow. Trying to get this, what's Naples for God's sakes? Mix some Naples in there to say what it needs to say. And I think I need to go over to the house with it. And I'll put some above here too. And I'll put some over here. Oh boy. Okay. All right, so let's leave that thing alone now. And if you want to keep playing with it, do it off camera. And let's see what we can do about getting some foreground worked out. Whew, man, that took a lot of time doing that. I've only got 10 minutes left. All right, with these, we're going to move these over here. This is kind of just a scumble now of all kinds of different colors. And we'll put that right here and see what it turns into. Oh, nice gray. Isn't that beautiful? And this green turns into more of a green, light, and we've got a yellow over here. I see some silver in these weeds right here. And I'm going to clean up this number 2 sharp edge and put it in a safe place so I don't ruin it. And move over to my old number 2 flat that I was using here earlier and last week or the week before last, where I was doing my plein air stuff. So I have this color that was just a thing that we mixed up here from all the different colors. I'm adding more gray to it, light gray, and I'm going to put some of that in here because I see it. And doesn't that add just a new dimension to this whole shooting match? Just says we're silver top grass, and we are not going to be overlooked. I get that. And now I need some more of a, I'm going to get some olive in here. Olive has some nice qualities to it. And I added a little rot gut cad yellow. Let's see what that turns into. Oh, nice. That is the color. That is nice, so nice. Every once in a while you get lucky. The only way to get lucky is keep doing this. Now I don't want to make that too big, but I'm going to make it even bigger. And I'm going to lighten up the top a little bit by adding some green to the top of it. So it's olive. And what is this stuff that Lise gave me? Oh, it's a Charvin extra fine oil. It's called Intense Viridian. Charvin. That stuff. So what I'm doing, I'm taking some of the intensity off those darks, but still saying, hey, I'm related to you guys down below. And I'm going to go back with some transparent oxide red and give it some zing in there. Add some cad yellow too. It's a little too intense, so I'll knock it down with some gray. And give it some warm color. Now that's not in the reference, but You know, you just got to get some warm stuff in here without overdoing it. Getting back to make those judgments. Okay, we have 5 minutes left. Time to work on trees. And let's go back to some old basics for trees. Let's go ultra blue, cad yellow medium, cad yellow medium. Boy, I started with too much blue. I know, it's kind of a goldy green, it's neat. So we got some dark over here on the left and goes lighter. And let's get some transparent oxide red into the blue to get that more blue in here. I'll add some red to it, which is more on the purple side. Okay, clean the knife. Let's get into the trees. Lighter, lighter, lighter. There we go. That's starting to kick the butt. Nice. And I want to try to do something over here. Get some darker viridian in here too. Darker viridian, a little bit of white. So I'm putting these lighter greens over those formidable darks we have in there. And then I'm going to go back with some this lighter stuff. Using some olive and transparent cad yellow medium. And it gives it a sense of warmth in here. And I will add some in here. It's easy to screw this up. So go in cautiously. And you can avoid me because I sometimes charge in a little too fast and furious. Wow, that's looking good. So we still can add some emphasis to this cabin. And I see a little bit of a dark under here I missed. And there's some little darks up in here. Just a dot and a dash. And there's a little bit of a dark shadow on the left of this white right here, right in here. Ho, ho, ho. Man. And I'm going to re-emphasize my window in the main structure because I kind of decimated it. If you really want to get into trouble, let's put the white trim on it. Now I'll probably really show my lack of skills. I have more courage than skill, I think, sometimes. And I think what we need is just a little bit of a bead of white here. There we go. that was so, kind of worked. All right. Sometimes you get lucky. And then we need a little bead of dark. Little bead of dark. Here. And a little bead of dark here underneath the light. I better get my hand out of there. Oh, close but not right on. Screwed that up. Okay, let's get some yellow back in here. Right in here. Oh, darn it. Thanks for coming by for part 3. I enjoyed it. Boy, the time just flew by. And there we go. Sign that thing, and I think you're going to have a fine painting. All right. I'll see you next week with another painting.